Are you wondering if the Huawei Watch GT3 Pro actually is still any good today, and if you should still get this watch since it has been a couple of years already since it has been out? Well, actually this watch is probably the best value for money smartwatch currently, and I paid personally for this watch only 50 euros. Keep in mind, a couple of years ago this watch was around 400 if you got that metal strap, a bit cheaper with the leather straps. And even at those 400 euros, really this watch still, when it was new, was absolutely banging, and it actually was really one of the best value for watches out there, simply because of its build quality and just how insanely nice it is. When it comes to the build quality of this watch, it's absolutely insane. So the body is all titanium on this watch, so really it's super durable. And even in a used market, you can safely purchase these watches, as it's pretty much almost impossible to wear these watches down. And for the screen, we actually do get full sapphire glass display. As you can see on this screen, it looks pretty much brand new. And again, I literally paid only 50 euros for this watch, so like almost 10 times less than it costs new. And as you can see, at even that price, it looks absolutely great. And this is what the back of it looks like. As you can see, it still looks pretty much brand new. By the way, I had to change the straps on this used watch as they were quite worn, but really the only thing that was worn on this watch was the straps. By the way, also Huawei had a regular Watch 3 Pro basically as well, but I think this GT3 is much better than that one, even though it's a bit cheaper model, because literally it's actually quite slim device. That regular Watch 3 was quite bulky, and yeah, the functions are nearly identical on both. Also, the operating system on this watch is still updated today, so you don't really have to worry about that, and it looks absolutely great. So when we compare to the Watch 4 and the new Watch 5 that will be released any day now, they will still have exactly the same operating system, and under the hood really they will look pretty much identical, so you are not really losing anything. And actually, when I browse through this watch and check all the stuff on it, it absolutely flies. It's very fast, responsive. Again, this is a very high-end watch that simply has gotten kind of cheap in the used market, but still you are getting like top of the range watch really. Also, I really like the scroll wheel on this watch. It's very fast, and actually it's absolute pleasure to use. So you do get nice feedback on the scroll wheel as well. Also on the side we do get another button here, which we can set for a custom action. For example, I have set it to launch flashlight for me, but there are literally like maybe 30 or 40 different things that you can customize what you can do with this button. So insanely nice. And another great thing about these Huawei watches is actually the sensors on them. So again, they're top of the line sensors, and they're actually insanely good. When it comes to the heart rate tracking, they are absolutely insanely good. They are just as good as latest Apple watches, and some might even be better than some Apple watches. Again, you're getting top of the range sensors. And when it comes, for example, to other brands, for example Samsung watches, yeah, these Huawei watches actually have way better sensors. Also, what I really like about this watch is the step count tracker, and that also is incredibly accurate. And when you actually use a step counter, you can see your previous history on the steps here as well. So I have actually recently reset this watch, so it doesn't really show me anything here, but overall you do get really nice detailed here view, and you don't even have to turn on your smartphone to check all your stats. Also, by the way, this watch does have a speaker here as well, so you can actually listen to the music as well, and the speaker quality on this watch is insanely good. Really, it's literally like the best speaker I have ever heard on any like watch. So again, this beats like, for example, Samsung Galaxy Watch 7 that was just released and had insanely nice speaker, but this is even better than that. It literally feels like almost well, not almost like a smartphone speaker, but close to that, so you can easily listen to the music without headphones as well. And also you do get internal storage on this watch as well. Also, I absolutely love the system of this watch and the user interface. So it's actually very modern, and it's everything pretty much so easy to use. So, and works flawlessly basically. So we do get quite a lot of like exercise modes here. You can maybe scroll if you want to pause and see. So, but you can basically add a bunch more here. So these are just some default ones. Then again, you can see all your activity records straight on this watch, so you don't even have to pick up your phone, all your like workout status. So also it does have quite a lot of good features, such as this. Yeah, you probably know much better. Okay, then also this watch can measure your ACG as well, and this is another cool feature, this arterial stiffness detection. No other smartwatch really can do that. This is pretty much the only smartwatch that can do that, so it's actually quite advanced. Also, it does have quite a good, like this blood oxygen measurement as well, sensor. Okay. You can also measure your skin temperature, sleep tracking, stress tracking. So you can see it's absolutely feature packed. And again, you can listen to offline music, you can store music here. And then again, you don't even need to use your headphones as well. So the weather app, I actually really like the weather app on this. So it's actually super nice to use. So you can see probably just what the bezels are when you enter the flashlight. And the flashlight, if you use it, also is actually really bright. You can also find your phone. You do get like basic map navigation, calculator, and you can even install some additional apps from the Huawei, like a watch store basically. Then also the watch face, I really actually like the watch face on this watch as well. And when I actually browse through all the watch faces, there are literally like, I don't know, maybe like 500 different watch faces that you can set on this watch. And for example, on other watches, you can't really press these individual things on the screen, but on this one, as you can see, as I click somewhere, it brings me up pretty much to all the place where I basically want to go. So overall, can I suggest you this GT3 Pro watch? Well, actually, yep, I can highly suggest this watch, and really I would choose this watch personally over any other watch in the market at the moment, simply because it's actually so nicely built. Again, it's extremely durable. You've got titanium body, sapphire glass, so this can last for you for insanely long time. So maybe just change your straps from time to time, but this watch can really last you for quite a long time. And really the best thing about this watch is the battery life. I can easily get like 10 days of decent battery life from my usage basically with this watch. If I maybe even like turn off some of the sensors, or maybe that like a heart rate sensor, or don't track my sleep, this watch can last for almost like 20 days. So if you actually set up it, so it just run as basic smartwatch. But in normal usage, like you will get easily 10 days, and that's obviously without the always on display. So the battery life again is literally the best in the class. So you do get way better build quality than on the Apple watches. You pretty much get most of the features that you get on Apple Watch and Samsung watches. Well, maybe Apple watches have got a bit more features, obviously, since their OS is much more bloated and this is a bit more simple. But yeah, on Apple Watch you barely can get 2 days of battery life, whereas on this one, if you really push it, you can easily get like 20 days of battery life, and that's insanely cool. And obviously all the sensors are also top notch on this watch. So really, I do not know any other better watch in the market currently for this price. Again, I literally paid 50 euros for this thing, and it's like just as quality really as maybe the Apple Watch Ultra watch that costs like at least $600 or $700 basically, or even more. I think they even cost like almost 1,000. So, but on this one, you actually get nice build quality, just a nice build quality as on the Ultra Watch, much better battery life, and all for an absolutely insanely nice price. So yeah, great job Huawei.